Hi guys. In full FEMA, wherever you have studied, the lecture will be for 4 to 5 hours. But let us summarize FEMA in just 5 minutes. What to remember for exam beyond what is there mainly. FEMA has two types of questions. Residential status, whether a person is resident or not. We are not discussing that in this capsule video. There are list. If you see current account, if you have studied FEMA, there are 3 schedules and 4 list. Very confusing whether it's possible, not possible, which approval to get. And if you see capital account, there are two lists for PRIA and PROI. Here we are going to focus on what are all the limits, numbers that is given in this act that you have to remember. Summary of all of that. First, current and capital account combined up to $250,000 you can spend without getting RBI permission. If you cross 2,50,000, you need to get permission of RBI. If I am a family, can the family club the limits? Answer is yes. Capital account also, can you club? Yes. But for capital account, if you are clubbing, let's say husband and wife, the property purchase should be a joint ownership. This is how you have to study to summarize. Next, sir, next to what is the limit? In schedule 2 of current account, if you go, this talks about many transactions like cultural tours, payment for transponders, etc. But only 2 points here have limits to remember. One, if you are making any advertisement in foreign print media, let's say doing advertisement in Facebook in US, doing advertisement in New York Times, but if this advertisement is done by state government or public sector undertaking, we have to check the purpose of the same. Is it for tourism or foreign investment or international bidding? Then there is no limit. They can do any amount but subject to permission of central government. If it is for other purpose, then US dollars up to 10,000 is allowed. Beyond this, you have to get permission of central government. For this, no need any permission, no limit. One more limit here. If it is prize money or sponsorship of sports happening abroad, India conducted World Cup in US, ICCA and BCCA together conducted. Is there any limit of how much you can spend? Absolutely nothing. If it is conducted by international, national or state level, there is no limit. Others, let's say your coaching institute or your college is conducting a football tournament for you in Sri Lanka or in Japan, in that case up to 1 lakh US dollars you can withdraw. These are the only two limits in schedule 2 where central government approval is required. Come down. Next, other than individuals where we have RBI permission, one more schedule, 4 limits are there here. First, if you are making any donations abroad, within India donations we don't care. Let's say you are the principal of, for example, SRM college, you are making donation to Oxford University to get a chair for yourself. In that donations is lower of 50 lakh US dollars, which is nothing but in book it will be 5 million US dollars, or 1% of the forex earnings of last 3 financial year, whichever is less. Sir, I am not able to understand this. Very simple. What they're trying to say here, if because of you the foreign forex earnings that's coming inside is last 3 years 100, 200 and 300 in terms of dollars, then total all of that $600 into 1% you can remit outside that amount, or 50 lakh US dollars, whichever is less. That means maximum is only 50 lakh dollars you can donate irrespective of how much you bring in. We are going in marathon speed, summarizing all the limits that you already know. Second, let's say you are buying, let's say you are selling the house abroad. Sir, I have a house in Dubai. I want to sell it, sir. I want to settle down in Chennai. Because you're selling it abroad, you will get some money. That money is called inward remittance. Somebody is helping me to sell it in Dubai. I don't know people. So one agent is helping me sell the property abroad, whether residential or commercial plot. For that agent, I have to give commission. That commission is going out of India. That is $25,000 or 5% of inward. Let's say you sold for $1 crore into 5% or 25,000, whichever is higher. The maximum commission you can payable without any approvals over here. Are you following, guys? That means when you sell a property abroad, the commission you can pay to the agent abroad is $25,000 or 5% of the money that came into India because you sold. Two limits over in schedule number, this other than individual RBI limit. Two more limits. Consultancy. Sir, what consultancy? You want to build a house in Chennai, ECR, beach house. Next to beach, you want to build a house. Who's going to construct? Some company in US. Let's take for example, Brigade is a US company. Brigade is going to construct your house. So you are getting consultancy from outside India for something here. Let's take best example. Goat movie came. For that, for Vijay's de-aging, they went for a VFX company from US. So you took consultation from outside India. In that case, if consultation is for infrastructure projects, they're allowing up to 1 crore US dollars or nothing but 10 million. If consultation is for other purpose, like for example VFX, up to 10 lakhs US dollars or nothing but 1 million US dollars is allowed. And last one, if you are getting foreign investment into India, somebody is investing into your company. For example, let's say BlackRock, a private VC firm, is investing into Zomato in India. When somebody is investing, let's say you have an Indian company, in your Indian company, somebody abroad, let's say Bill Gates is investing in your company, then you have to reimburse pre-incorporation expenses. How much you can reimburse back to Bill Gates or his legal team is 5% of investment into India or US dollars 1 lakh, whichever is higher. This only can be reimbursed back from the investment that is coming into India. Then none of these limits in the chapter is applicable if a transaction is done through RFC account or EEFC account. Now, this is not the conclusion of FEMA, guys. We have just summarized all limits in hardly 5 minutes in one capsule. There is more to FEMA. If you learn like this smartly, guys, you don't have to spend 6 hours for FEMA. 1 hour is enough to get the 10 to 15 marks in exam. Same for residential status, same for other things also. For example, if you take schedule 1 of current account, what is prohibited? In the regular class, we will learn all the detailed concepts. But exam, how to remember? Sir, keywords, sir. If there is words like callback services, if there is words like dividend balancing, if there is words like export on tea and tobacco, commission payable is up to 10% of export values allowed. One more limit, 10% of export values allowed for export of tea and tobacco to pay to the agents. Then other terms which come over here like lottery winnings, you want to remit back, or for buying lottery tickets, these are not allowed. Remember the keywords because they don't have to mug up. So quickly, you just have to remember only 7 or 8 limits in FEMA. This 10% one limit. Then here just now we saw 1, 2 and 3, 4 limits. Then again in schedule 2, 2 more limits and the base limit of 2,50,000. This is the summary of FEMA limits. I hope this revision was very helpful. Let me know in the comments, guys. We'll do more such capsule revisions. Thank you. Do all the best for your exams. Keep studying.